Hey there, Patriots. It's True Outlaw Patriot here, coming at you with another one. This one's by Grassroots Army. Like I said before, these guys are good. I mean, I'm always amazed with their work, but there's a rumor going around, that's why I'm playing this video, that come September, and supposedly to be enforced full force in October, another mask mandate. And I don't know, but something tells me another strain will be coming out. I mean, from what I hear from some friends in California, they got something what they call the new flu out there. So it's not surprising at this point in time that this thing is going to ramp up again. And I'll leave it up to the viewers to make up their own decision on why they think, if this is true, why it's going to take place. But with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and let's check this out.
My name is Dr. Meryl Nass, and I and Dr. Kat Lindley will be talking about the new WHO documents. You've heard from my last two colleagues that the rulers of many countries and many other apparatchiks have been wantonly breaking the law over the last 3 years. They have had no concern about obeying the law, and they want to protect themselves. Let's see. Oops. Okay. We're undergoing a soft coup, and the idea is to create a whole new set of laws and ignore the existing human rights laws and other laws under the pretext of pandemic preparedness and the biosecurity agenda. 70 countries at least are involved with this, 50 supported by the US. And the justification requires you to believe that pandemics are common and that they're caused by humans catching diseases from animals, from what they...
Now, in case anybody doesn't know, the powers that be want all countries to be under an umbrella where the WHO, CDC, all those people make the decisions when it comes to these pandemic preparedness situations. In other words, they'll make the rules, they implement them worldwide, and everybody has to adhere to them. So yeah, let's keep this going.
They call spillover, and Fauci and Daszak have pushed this idea continuously over the last 3 years. Two examples. This is one Tony Fauci said in the journal Cell: in a human-dominated world in which our human activities represent aggressive, damaging, and unbalanced interactions with nature, we will increasingly provoke new disease emergences. Daszak and Fauci's two lieutenants said the same thing. We must realize in our crowded world, human behaviors, environmental changes, and inadequate public health mechanisms can turn obscure animal viruses into existential human threats. And who is going along with this? Basically, all the major multinational organizations, as well as all our health authorities.
Sound familiar? Wear a mask, get a needle, comply, we're in charge, follow the science. Anybody see a correlation going on here once again? And who's in charge and who was doing it from the get? Let's continue.
The WHO is developing through all its nations, but with the WHO Directorate in the United States in charge, a pandemic treaty and amendments to the existing international health regulations that will remove the human rights protections currently embedded in the IHRs, will enforce surveillance, censorship, get rid of freedom of speech, require governments to censor.
Does that sound familiar? Social media telling certain people, like pretty much everybody, what they can and cannot say, what's disinformation, misinformation. You can't use certain words like COVID, vaccine, pandemic, nothing like that. Sound familiar? And what's it say here? To control freedom of speech require governments to censor. Why? Wake up, people.
And only push a single narrative. Also, we will be subject, if they can make this work, to vaccines developed in 100 days, which the organization CEPI is planning to do. And one of the people who founded CEPI was Jeremy Farrar, who is now the chief scientist at the WHO, to bring this forward. Other things that the amendments do is to bind the states so they're no longer recommendations but enforceable edicts, provide a liability shield, get rid of intellectual property rights, move supplies from one country to another, enforce digital passports, and the Director General of WHO can demand that a pandemic or a potential pandemic exists. He can just declare it with no standards, and then countries around the world will have to obey.
Now that in itself right there is scary shit. Because even if there isn't a pandemic, they could say there is a potential. Until we figure this out, everybody's on lockdown. And that could be indefinitely. Anybody see what's going on? This video came out a few hours ago on the Grassroots Army. Wake up, people.
Also, the WHO will tell you what drugs you can and can't use in your nation once a pandemic is declared. Obviously, the budget will increase. One Health is another part of this. One Health is a concept that was created to enable the WHO, with these documents, to take over jurisdiction of everything in the world by saying that climate change, animals, plants, water systems, ecosystems are all central to health.
Sound familiar? Sounds like what they're doing right now, and well, some of it with what happened in Hawaii, where they had to take control of the water, corral everybody in. But you guys have watched my videos. It's still ongoing, so, but let's continue and finish with this.
Also embedded in this concept is a peculiar notion that humans are no longer of greater value than animals. And I've got the quote there from the Lancet in January.
Okay, that was by Grassroots Army. I'll leave a link in the description. But there you go, people. Fauci is no longer in business, but this woman is obviously talking in the present time because she refers to, in this video, the past 3 years, meaning this is year number 3 with the Biden regime. So he also, and the powers that be, want to sign that treaty with the WHO where they're going to be, and it's been in the news for the past year, so nobody can act stupid about it or pretend they haven't heard it. So, like I said, I was watching some information today where they're saying that in September there's going to be they're going to try to implement another mask mandate. It's supposed to take full effect in October. The reason why, who knows? But I've also spoke to some friends in California, and they already said that something new has come out. They're calling it the new flu or something like that. So people pay attention, and don't be fooled once again. The people and especially the people in this country, I don't care what side of the aisle you vote for. We cannot put up with another bullshit lockdown over something that, quite honestly, should have never happened. Let's just put it that way. So pass this video along. Keep your ears, keep your ears open. Again, please comment, share, like, subscribe, please. I've had a few more subscribers past few days. It's great. I've had, hundreds of views, and just want to keep the algorithm going, and get the word out. And remember, as always, like I always say, man, stay vigilant, keep praying, and keep praying for each other. Peace.